right, guys, why don't we get started? If anybody's going to pop on, they can always just jump in wherever we are. Try to adjust my thing. So, let's see. Okay, welcome to your Sunday evening yin, one of my favorite parts of the week, yin on Sunday. There's one more. Who's that? Hey, Bryce, how's it going? So we'll start out in just a simple seated meditation. I like to start class like this, just to start to notice how everything feels, kind of tune in after the day. So just sit cross-legged, easy style. Place your hands just comfortably on your knees, palms down or palms up, whatever feels good for you. Sit up straight without forcing it. And go ahead and close your eyes. We'll take a couple minutes here and just start to notice how everything feels. Right? Notice if you're holding tension anywhere. Notice if you have pain anywhere. Notice how your hips feel, how your spine feels. Right? How the air feels on your skin, how your clothes feel against your skin. And without trying to change it or force it in any way, just start to notice the quality of your breath, how you're breathing. Start to sit up a little straighter. Just let your legs, your knees, your hips totally relax. A nice, smooth, even breath in and out through the nose. Hi, Adriana. All right, just slowly open your eyes. Take a moment. Undo your legs. Bring your feet out in front of you and put the soles of your feet together. Start with a kind of a wide diamond. Feet not so close to your body. Bring them out a little wider. That's it. Soles of your feet together. And just let the knees relax as close to the floor as they will go for butterfly. All right, once you got a nice position here, start to round over. If you're able to go, some of you may be able to go all the way down and put your head on the floor on your feet, or anywhere in between. You can always bring your arms down in between your legs to rest your hands on your chin or your forehead on your hands. Good. So we're going to do a lot of work on the legs in this class. The fronts of the legs, the quadriceps, the backs of the legs, hamstrings, the insides of the legs, the adductors, and the outsides of the legs, the abductors and the IT band. And with all this leg stuff, I want you to think about a couple of things today while you're practicing. One is let your muscles relax. No, try not to use your muscles. Try not to work in it. Relax into it. 2, start to pay attention to how you're breathing while you're holding the postures. And we do long holds in Yin class. So, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Think of breathing calmly through the nose. Just nice and regular and even. Slow, as deep as you can without forcing it. Just a natural breath. Sometimes you hear this kind of breathing called the ocean breath. You kind of ride the wave of the breath. Inhale and exhale naturally, evenly, with a nice flow, like there's a calm lake and you don't want to ruffle the surface. Relax the muscles in your legs. Relax your hips muscles. Relax your face and your jaw. Okay, really slowly, even sort of exaggeratedly slowly, round yourself back up to a seated position. Straighten your legs in front of you. And then, in Yin, after these long holds, it's nice to kind of do a little counter pose, just to kind of get things moving again after the long hold. For this one, you can kind of pedal the knees up and down. You can do like a windshield wiper action with the knees. I'll always give you a couple options for a counter pose, but I find that I just always have an intuition about how I want to move when I come out of the posture. So if you have that, go with it. You don't have to do exactly what I'm saying. Straighten your legs back out in front of you, and then bring your legs into a wide V. So wide enough that you feel sensation on the insides of the legs, but a sensation that you can stick with for a while. We're going to be here for 6-7 minutes. So bring your legs as wide as they just naturally go. And then same as you did in the last one, start to come forward. Now, if your back is, at all tender, especially in the lower back, you can keep your back straight and kind of hinge forward using your arms for support. You can also bring your head down and round over, or you can sit up straight if that's enough for you right here. And again, relax your legs, relax your feet. Mm-hmm. Perfect. A couple of main principles it's worth mentioning every time. Go to a place in all the postures where you feel sensation, right? If you feel something, something's happening, and then hold still. Good. How's the breath? Slow and even, smooth and untroubled. The point isn't necessarily to go deeper, but you may find when you've been in it for a few minutes, your body invites you to go a little deeper. If it does, go there. I would also know that if at any point it's too much or you can't hold still, too intense, it's fun to back off a little bit too. Holding for time is more important than holding with intensity. Take another minute here and check back in with where you're feeling sensation. If you don't feel anything in the legs anymore, open them a little wider. Good. Breathe. Hold still. All right. If you've rounded over, slowly push yourself back up to seated position. And then just gently, gently, gently bring your legs back into center. Get them straight. Point and flex your feet a little bit. Sometimes after this one, a nice, just kind of squeeze feels good. Sometimes a short reverse tabletop feels good after that one. And then bring your legs straight out in front of you. Relax them, relax your feet, relax your leg muscles, let them go totally loose. Use your hands for support on the sides of your legs and just start to bring your body down over your legs, just as much as you can without forcing it. And again, you don't need to work at it or push, just as much as you can come down. It may not be very much, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Something that helps me sometimes in this one is resting my elbows on my thighs or my shins so that I can support my head and my hands. Yeah, or my forehead on my fists. Yeah, good. Just find a position that works where you can hold it. Relax your feet and your leg muscles again. I did this series myself today, and I had to remind myself over and over, relax the muscles, relax the muscles. even breath. So good, everybody. Gently round yourself back up. Sit up straight for a sec. Shake out your legs if you want to. And then after this one, the reverse plank definitely feels good on the fronts of the hips. The whole front side of the body get a little stretch. Yeah, perfect. So next is pigeon, which most of you probably know. We've done it in my class, I think maybe almost every time. Pigeon, or sometimes we call it swan. So you can either start in, all fours, or you can just get right into it. Bring your right knee out in front of you and stretch your left leg out behind you. Yeah, perfect. Allow your hips to relax towards the floor. And we're going to be in this one for 5 minutes. So, take a little bit just in the sitting up position, the sitting swan. And then you'll have plenty of time to, bring it down to the lower position in a minute. This way you get a little bit of extension in the spine. If this bugs your front knee, bring the foot of that knee closer to your body. If you don't feel anything in the outside of the right hip, bring that heel, the right one, away from your body. So what you're looking for is just sensation in the outside of the right hip, right thigh, and front of the left hip. And that's it. Right? You just need to feel something. Relax the back leg completely. Relax your hips. Good. Now you can always stay up here. If at any point, if you want to, you can bring yourself down into the sleeping pigeon version. So if it's available to you, you can come all the way down and rest your head down on your hands. You can come down any portion of the way. Rest your head on your stacked fists. You can stay upright if that's enough for you. That's nice, Dawn. And stay here. These long holds can be pretty challenging, physically and mentally. Physically, because you just kind of have to sit with the discomfort. And mentally, because the mind wants to wander, right? Wants to pick up on any distractions, etc. But when you sit with those things, you start to develop all these qualities that you can call upon later, right? Patience, focus, the ability to stay calm and breathe calmly whenever you want to. Relax your legs, relax your hips. When you're ready, really slowly, so you can savor how good it feels, step yourself back into a downward facing dog. Gently push your body back up. Step your front leg back into downward dog. Take a few moments here. You can bend your knees forward and back, walk your legs and your hips and your feet out a little bit. To me, that's one of the best feelings in yin class, going from pigeon to down dog. Perfect. Okay, bring yourself back down onto all fours. I'll try to do this so you can see me. Bring your left knee into kind of a V shape in front of you. Put your right knee directly behind your left knee, and then sit your hips down so that your knees are stacked, one on top of another. Mm-hmm. Bryce, try bringing the right knee just straight out in front, and then the left heel over the right knee. See if that works better for you. Can you see me? Right knee down, like you're forming a square with your legs, and then left heel on top of right knee. See if that works better. Dawn, is this one okay on your knees? It's the hip. Okay. Well, for a lot of people in this one, just sitting up straight gets enough in the hips. But if you need more, you're welcome to round over your over your knees. Okay, slowly come back up. Gently straighten your legs out in front of you. Take a sec there with legs straight. And then try your other side. So starting with pigeon, bring your left shin out in front of you. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg behind you. And again, start out, just for a short time in the upright version. Generally, you get a little bit different sensation upright and, recline or not reclining, lying down. So take a moment here. Again, if the left knee is complaining, bring the left heel closer to your body. If you don't feel anything in the outside of the left hip, bring the left heel more away from your body. Good. And it's just all about finding sensation in the areas that you're targeting. Now, it's not about looking a certain way. There's some alignment cues, but it's not about looking a certain way or going to a certain depth or anything. It's just about finding the sensation in the appropriate area and then staying there and letting it work on you. And as you're ready, you're welcome to bring yourself down, or you can stay up. Wherever you can stay with it for a few minutes with that nice even breath. Yeah, perfect, you guys. Get into the tissues of the body that are less elastic, right? The connective tissue, the fascia. Little by little with these long holds, you start to lengthen the tissues and open them. All right, really gently push yourself back up. Bring your front leg back and step yourself back into downward dog for a few moments. Enjoy how good it feels. And as you're ready, try your other side of shoelace. Come back down to all fours. And then bend your right knee forward. Put your left knee behind your right knee and sit your hips down. Now, if this is a real problem for one of the hips, try straightening the bottom leg. So I'm going to give you another option, Bryce, now, because I don't think either of those other ones were working. Straighten your left leg out in front of you, and then just cross the right knee tight over the top.
Let me try it on this one because my left knee is better on this one.
Okay. But know that the bottom leg straight is an option.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. You may see pretty dramatic differences from side to side, from day to day. You just go slow, you feel it out, and see how it all goes for you today. And same again, if you want to round over your legs, go ahead. If sitting up straight is enough for you, perfect, stay there. Relax your leg muscles. Relax your feet. Relax your hips. Relax your lower back. Relax your jaw. Relax your whole face. Give yourself a tiny little smile, even if it feels kind of dorky. And stay here for one more minute. All right, slowly round yourself back up. Gently undo your legs. Shake them out a little bit. Shake your feet out a little bit. Okay, we're going to do one more seated one, and then we'll do a couple reclining on the floor. Start in, Japanese sitting style with your knees and your feet together. And then separate your feet and just set your hips down between your heels. You can open the knees, you can open the feet pretty wide. You can open the knees as wide as you need to. And just sit up as straight as you can. Yeah, you can use your hands out front for support, Bryce. That's fine. Or just like that too. That's perfect. Perfect. Couple more breaths. All right, calm and even. Keep the surface of your lake totally unruffled. All right, and to come out, you can use your hands for support on either side. And if it's difficult for you to come out, and then just swing your both legs off to the side and out in front of you. Get your legs straight for a sec. You know, and same again, you can pedal the knees out, you can do the windshield wipers, whatever, you know, feels good for you after coming out, just to release that fragile feeling a little bit. Lie down on your back. Bring your arms over your head. We're going to do a reclining half moon. So start with your upper body. Just slide your upper body on the floor over to the right, keeping your both of your shoulders on the floor. And then slide your lower body over to the right while keeping your hips on the floor. So that if I was looking at you from above, you'd look like a banana or a half moon. Yeah, good. Shoulders and hips on the floor, even if that means you don't move very far. You can try crossing one ankle on top of the other. And I would try it both ways before you settle on which one you like on top, because usually it's a little bit different feeling. That's it. What a good stretch, all down the left side. Right, you probably feel it in the outer left hip. Hopefully all down the IT band on the left side, maybe even into the left rib cage, left armpit. Right? Know what your intention is, and then pay attention to how it feels when you're in it. This one often you can go a little deeper once you've been in it for a couple. Try moving your upper body and your lower body a little more to the right for the last minute. Right, if your feet are crossed, uncross your feet. Gently bring everything back to center just for a moment. And then, the counter pose for this one is just doing the other side. So start with your upper body. Move your upper body to the left, keeping your shoulders on the floor. And then move your lower body to the left, keeping your hips on the floor. So shoulders down, hips down. And what's your intention? To stretch the whole line of tissue on the right side. Where do you feel it? You're welcome to cross your ankles one over the other. Yeah, good. For your last minute, see if you can bring the upper and the lower body a little more to the left. And the answer may be no, that's fine. Right, if your feet are crossed, uncross your feet. Slowly bring everything back to center. And then give yourself just a nice big squeeze. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug. Good, straighten your legs again. And then you'll do just a brief twist on the floor before your corpse pose. So bend your left knee into your chest. And then drop your left knee over to the right so that your hips stack one on top of another. Yeah, so keep the left knee bent. Yeah, good. As best you can, keep your shoulders on the floor. They may not stay all the way down, that's fine. If your neck feels fine, you can turn your head to the left. Arms, any comfortable position. Okay, slowly bring your head back to center. Bring your left knee back to center. Straighten both of your legs for just a moment. And then try your other side. Bring your right knee in toward your chest, and then drop your right knee over to the left so that your hips start to stack one on top of the other. As best you can, keep your shoulders on the floor. If the neck is fine, turn your head to the right. Relax your leg muscles. Relax your hips muscles. Breathe. Slowly bring your head back to center. Bring your knees back to center. Straighten both of your legs. And then go to whatever position is comfortable for you for corpse pose, just on your back. You can do your legs and your arms as wide as you'd like, even so that you look like a starfish. Close your eyes. And just let everything relax, so heavy against the floor. You stress the tissues of the body, and then you allow them to rest. And this helps to keep everything healthy and mobile. Slowly open your eyes. You can start to wiggle things around, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. If it feels good for you, you can do the big stretch, bring your arms over your head, stretch them as far away from your body as you can. At the same time, stretch your legs out as much as you can. And then when you're ready, come back up to the seated position that you started in, just cross-legged, easy style. Rest your hands gently on your knees or in your lap, whatever is comfortable. Close your eyes and thank yourself for showing up for your practice. I thank you for showing up for your practice. It is so nice to see all of your faces on the computer. I'm glad you're all keeping up your practice. I always hear from my teachers, you probably do too, that, you know, yoga is not just a workout or just a, you know, a physical thing. It's more than that. And it's always in kind of stressful times like this, I think most of us are feeling that I realize, you know, how much my yoga practice affects me in ways that are not physical, right? I have better perspective. I have better focus. I have a better ability to stay calm. I have a better ability to find a little peace in myself. Right? Better concentration, more patience, more compassion for self and others. Bring your hands to your heart prayer position. And just drop your chin down gently. Take a moment. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you have a really good rest of your night, and I hope I will see you next Sunday. Take care.